Hello everyone. Today we're going to take a look at an introduction to coins from Yugoslavia. Now, when I was growing up and in middle school and was first exposed to European geography, Yugoslavia was still a thing. And since about 1990 or so, it is, over the course of several years, kind of slowly fell apart into many different countries. In fact, a couple of years ago, when I took my son to the playground, I happened to meet someone who grew up in Yugoslavia, and she kind of described the years of the 90s as just a war-torn mess of things. And so it was a combination of smaller countries that formed together for one large country, and then in the 90s they started to break apart. And so the countries that made up Yugoslavia, if you're in high school today and you're not that familiar with it, you may have heard of some of the countries that are today were part of Yugoslavia, and those are going to include Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Croatia, Slovenia, and then, of course, Serbia has its own problems with Kosovo and Vojvodina, and then finally Macedonia, which today is called Northern Macedonia. So that is a lot of countries to deal with here. And so the country of Yugoslavia started as a confederation of smaller areas, and they were known as the Kingdom of the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. Here is a coin from 1925 where it had the ruler on this side. We've got a 50 para coin from 1925. I've pulled a couple of older coins out of my collection to kind of add to what we're going to look at today. But during World War II, when a lot of countries in Europe were making coins out of zinc, here we have a 50 para coin. And then a 2 dinar coin, or they would say it dinara. And just like we have dollars and cents, they have dinar and para. So we're going to take a look at the coins on the table here in front of me. All the stuff on the sides are going to be in future videos, so stay tuned for all of those. The particular coins that are out here are from a eBay purchase that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. I was the only bidder on it, and they claimed that they had several different coins from Yugoslavia. And a lot of the coins that you see in here are actually fairly easy to find in 25-cent bins, but I thought since I found one nice purchase that had a lot of unique coins to it, I thought it would be interesting to pick it up, especially at the introduction price. I think I paid $7 or so for all of the coins that are kind of laid out on these pieces of paper right here. I'll also point out that this particular lot came to me from the country of Hungary, and so if you want to see a Hungarian stamp, they would call themselves Magyar. And kind of an interesting international envelope on the back here. It has instructions on how to mail an international letter. So I thought that was kind of interesting to see that from Budapest. And so the coins on here, on these pieces of paper, are not organized by how old they are. Well, they almost are. Not how old the coin is, but when the coin was first minted. So they're sorted by KM number. If you happen to have ever seen the Kraus coin catalogs, these will be in the order that the coin was first minted, so not the year that they first came out. So we're going to start with during all of their communist years, when Yugoslavia was called the Federal People's Republic of Yugoslavia. And don't let the term republic throw you off here. This really was a socialist country. So we're going to start with this aluminum 2 dinar coin. It's going to be for KM31. This one is well worn. It is from, I believe, 1953. And aluminum coins wear down pretty easily, but there is the Yugoslavian coat of arms on the back. And these next 3 coins I thought were all interesting, having interesting designs to them. Here is the 10 dinar coin, and actually had quite interesting designs to them, of at least on the head side, where they showed, I guess, some industry or innovations of things from Yugoslavia. A lot of the coins will be similar on the back. That's coin number 30, KM33. The 20 dinar is KM34, and so again they have kind of an industrial look with a gear in the bottom corner. And if these coins have names on them, they are, if these represent specific people, they are kind of small to see. In the same vein here, we have the 50 dinar. Well, this one has 2 people on it, plus a gear, and I don't know if that's ropes or wheat or whatever that is behind the gear underneath the 50 dinara symbol. And so that one is, all 3 of these are from 1955. And I just now realized that I was wrong about the communist part of it, because I have I guess it really was a federal republic up to the 50s, because now starting in this next several coins from the next 3 rows here and the 3 rows down, these are all going to be from the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. So coin number 36 is this aluminum 1 dinar from 1963. Still has the same logo on that side. Here is a very small 5 para coin from 1965. That was KM43. Next up, we have this 1 dinar coin from 1965. This is KM57. There were several languages spoken in Yugoslavia, since it was made up of several different lands. And so around a lot of these coins, you're going to see the name Yugoslavia written in multiple alphabets. A lot of these will be words that they won't even be our alphabet. Next, we have a 10 para coin. This is KM44. This one is dated 1981. So they went several decades without much of a change to their coins. This 20 para coin dates from 1976 and is KM number 45. And here you can easily see where it says SFR Yugoslavia, and SFR is the Socialist Federal Republic. Next, we have a 50 para coin, which is KM46. This coin dates 1977. There are 2 versions of this coin, depending on the thickness of the 0 in 50. Next, we have a 2 dinar coin from 1981. This coin is KM57. KM58 is this 1981 5 dinar. Back to a new 1 dinar coin. This one dates 1978. This is KM59. And then a 10 dinar coin from 1978 is KM number 62. Starting in the 80s and 90s, they did change the design of their coins very often. And you'll tell that there will be similarities between some of them. Here is a 25 para coin from 1982, and it's the only 25 of anything that I have in from Yugoslavia. So they had some 20 paras, but this is my only 25. And that one's KM84. And then the 50 para from 1982 is KM85. Here's the 1 dinar from 1986, and we're up to KM86. Here's the 2 dinar from 1983. That was KM87, and then KM88 is the 5 dinar. This one's from 1985. Next up is the 10 dinar, which is from 1985 here, and this one's KM89. Skip past a few commemorative coins, which I do not have, and we're up to the 20 dinar coin, which is KM112. This one's from 1986. The 50 dinara is number KM113. And then the 100 dinar is 1987. And this might be the largest coin, one of the largest coins that's on here. This is where I started to pick them up out of order. In 1989, the design changed to all of the coins with this. You've got a circle and a square and a circle on the reverse of each coin. This one is 1989. This one is the 10 dinar, and it is KM131. The next three will look very similar. This is the 20 dinar coin which is KM132. That one's dated 1988. The 50 dinar coin, 1988. And I do think it is interesting on these how it has dinara spelled in 4 different ways. So the one that we would read is the one on the top where it says dinara, but it's on the left it looks like Dinariev. And the bottom and on the right are going to be in Cyrillic alphabet, so I can't even read those. But this is the 100 KM134. Next up, here is the 10 para coin from 1999, and we're starting to be at the point where Yugoslavia is starting to break apart. That is KM139. Here is the 20 para coin. It's going to be KM140. The 50 para coin from 1990 is KM141. The 1 dinar from 1990 is KM142. The 2 dinar coin from 1991 is KM 143. And you'll see again how a lot of these dinar coins look pretty similar, just had the number will change on them. And of course the most valuable, the 5 dinar, is KM 144, is going to be the largest. And so that is the end of the Socialist Republic of Yugoslavia, and some of the countries start to break apart at this point. And before I go any further in the lot, I have some coins here from a couple of the countries that broke apart. First, we're going to look at Slovenia. Here's a coin from 1993 made out of aluminum. This is the 10 Stotanov. They must have liked the number in the square look. Republika Slovenija is looks like how you'd pronounce it if you weren't familiar with the country. Here is the 1 tolar. There's a large fish with a couple of smaller fish on it. And plural of tolar is tolarjev. Here is the 5 tolarjev. And it has an ibex, the Capra ibex on the 5. Another country we'll look at is Croatia. This is an aluminum coin, but it's in really nice condition. Has the words Vinova Loza written on this side. Looks like some grape leaves. This is the 2 lipe coin. We call them Croatia, but in their own language it is Republika Hrvatska, which sounds nothing like Croatia, so I'm not quite sure where they came up with that name. And then here is the 2 kune coin, and has another fish on it. One thing interesting about these Croatian coins is the letters along the top here change, and that has T, U, and J right there. That is the 2 kune coin. So in these earliest days of the 90s, after the country broke apart, there still were portions of Yugoslavia that started to try and keep Yugoslavia together, and they called themselves the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. I believe that was mostly comprised of Serbia and Montenegro. And so they redid their currency where 1 new dinar was worth 10 old dinar, and that didn't quite last 2 years. But here are 4 coins that are from that era. So here is a 1 dinar from 1992. And now the back of it's changed. We no longer had that previous logo. So it's not sure what you would call that logo. I guess it's a couple of letters that are put together. So it just says Yugoslavia on this one. That's KM 149. Next we have the 5 dinar from 1992. The 10 dinar is KM 152. And the 50 dinar at that point they must have gone through some quite the hyperinflation. So in the middle of 1993 they redid their currency again. This time 1 million of the old dinars was worth 1 new dinar, which made everything over here completely worthless, practically. Here is a 5 dinar coin from 1993. This time it says SR Yugoslavia on it. That's KM 156, and KM 157 is the 10 dinar. In 1994, they redid their currency again. So 1 billion of the old dinars was one new dinar. So that essentially took these and made 1,000 of these for one new of the new kind. But we're back to seeing a lot of these smaller para coins again. So in 1994, we have KM 164. Here is the 5 para coin. Again, it says SR Yugoslavia. Here is the 10 para coin from 1994. And then they changed the metallic content of the 10 para in 1995. So it went from the copper nickel to brass in the 1995 version. So the last one was 162.1. This one is 162.1A. And then they made a reduced size version of this coin, which is 162.2. The 50 para coin is 163. And now we have, I guess, an eagle on the middle of these, the back of the coin. Here is the 1 dinar coin. And it even says, I guess Novi must be new dinar. You can get a better look at the two-headed eagle on this one. So they really started to change the look of these coins around the year 2000. So here is a 1 dinar from 2002. And they're starting to show some architecture, some landmarks on the coins. The 1 dinar, which is KM 180, is the National Bank of Yugoslavia. Flip it around, and now it's still SR Yugoslavia. The 5 dinar coin has the Yugoslavia Parliament building on it. And soon after that, I believe it was Montenegro decided that they no longer wanted to be part of what was left of Yugoslavia, so they split apart, and that left just Serbia, and so Serbia went back to just calling themselves Serbia again, although, again, we still have Kosovo trying to break apart from them. But interestingly enough, the coin designs didn't change. Now, I didn't have a 2 dinar coin from the most recent Yugoslavia, but this is the 2 dinar coin from the first of Serbia. So this one's KM 35, and this is the Grasania Monastery. Unfortunately, this coin is got a lot of corrosion to it, but this is that unusual set of squiggles in the center circle here is the logo of the Bank of Serbia. Last coin we'll look at is, that was KM 35, by the way. The last coin is KM 54, and so they changed, the Serbian coins did change the back of the logo, so it's no longer the National Bank, and here we have the coat of arms of Serbia. And if you're wondering how you can tell it's Serbia, they spell their country Srbija, the Republic of Serbia. Now, interesting, the heads side, the obverse of this coin, made in 2011, is the same bank building that we saw in the a previous 1 dinar coin, except now it's not called the Bank of Yugoslavia, it's now the Bank of Serbia. All right, so I hope you enjoyed looking at these coins from Yugoslavia. That's I know I can't keep up with all of the different countries that are part of that, but it's been fun to try and find coins from some of these newer countries like Macedonia, especially now a couple of years ago, how they changed their name to North Macedonia because Greece never liked how they called themselves Macedonia, because Macedonia implies Greek culture. but I don't think I've seen any Montenegro coins. I do have I was able to get an inexpensive Macedonian coin off of eBay. I don't think Kosovo makes coins, although I have looked. And so that's Bosnia-Herzegovina coins. Those are pretty tough to find. I have found one of those before, and I think the last country that I mentioned here was Vojvodina. I don't believe they make coins either. So hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching. Bye.